Okay, guys, warmly welcome to all of you with another important training session from Training Zone. It's kind of a daily learning club. We are trying our level best to support our global community, for different topics in quality, health, safety, environment, CSR, food safety, and several other topics. But this unique topic, credit goes to Mr. Sajad. He's with us, and uh, just because of his motivation, I thought why not to share some of the best tips how to format and form a best professional CV actually according to the market requirement. And we all know now it's a kind of technology is booming up. Artificial intelligence, data scientists, it's quite game of seconds. They can filter your CV, either it is well fit to the job, you are the right person for that job, or they have to find out another one, because nobody have time to study 5 pages CV, or maybe sometime more than that, like we develop. But yes, system can read such CVs in seconds actually. That is why all the global brands in the world, they are trying their level best to create some sort of mechanism or kind of software even, just to analyze CVs, either how many CVs are exactly fit to their job requirement, and accordingly they call for interview and go for the next steps actually. So in today's session, I'll just be sharing some of the best examples, like how the CV should be look like. Even though sometimes I say your CV is basically your great presenter in absence of yourself actually. So it's kind of it must be like a role model, like in front of any HR recruitment agent or HR manager, whosoever is hiring you. The moment your CV is in front of them, at least it should give kind of a positive first impression, and then accordingly they will make their decision more easily, more quickly, and you'll be rocking, inshallah. No doubt, Allah is Razik. Wherever your risk is separated by Allah, you'll definitely get it. But ultimately, CV is kind of a document, and it's kind of a personality also in absence of you. It's a virtual personality of yourself. So, in that context, of course, we truly have to understand what are the best tips as per my 19 years experience in the professional market. So, of course, I'll share first of all my personal opinion, as well as some of the best examples, how the CV should be look like. So, warmly welcome to all of you again. So, let's start with example number one. We all know Elon Musk. Just see, how that gentleman formed his CV while he's the richest person in the world, and the way he formed his CV on one page while having a rich experience and plenty of, and what is more important for the recruiters, the skill set, the competencies, right? And look on the right side how he highlighted rest of the things about Elon Musk. What is his name, the designations, or his kind of objective or life goal is all at the top. We can create is a kind of a first portion where you just need to mention some of your like email ID, your contact details, your picture, as well as your name, as per your passport for sure. And of course, you can highlight your life aim or your objectives or kind of target, why you want to do, what you exactly want to, land up where actually, what is your aim of life, or how you want to see yourself successful in next 5 or 10 years. This is a very prominent question also by the recruiters. But what I mean is, this first portion is all about yourself, your personal details. Now, the second portion, if we can divide into two columns, like one is all about the work experience, and the second is all about your achievements, your skills, your competencies. And here I would mention very clearly some of the guys I noted, oh, sir, we are freshers, so how we can add our experience. But in the university time, surely you have plenty of skills you learned during your university time, your college time, or maybe some professional kind of qualifications you have. And what you have done is, of course, you improved, you learned some new skills, and that skills surely be highlighted, and that is the key area where the recruiter or the business community surely be taking interest, and these are the areas where the software, the technology will immediately evaluate in seconds. Either you are well fit for the job, or because your skill set must be matching to the published job. Otherwise, don't apply. I repeat again, don't apply until you update and verify comparatively that the skill set, whatever they are looking for, it's already mentioned in your CV. If it is not there, sometimes what is happening, you have maybe 50 skills, but unfortunately you mention only 10 there, because sometimes it's hard to find the title of my skills. Like if you have a communication skills, effective communication skills, mention. If you have a technical report writing, that kind of skill, mention it properly. If you believe you are a best safety trainer, mention that competence or kind of skill there. So what I mean is, add your skill set and competencies more and more according, but no fake one. Make sure these are genuine skills and you can prove them, because there would be interview, there would be some live, some sort of practical, or maybe sometimes practical exam modules, you need to pass actually. And the moment you pass, that means your skill test is well validated and tested actually by the recruiter. So bear in mind, these skills and competences you need to highlight in a very professional way. Like Elon Musk, he doesn't need, by the way, any CV, but still, it's good to have some sort of, I would say, the snapshot of his career on one page. And the same way, we can say Elon Musk basically is in front of us, even though in shape of his CV. But on the other side, we all know this is how we present at the first stage to the recruiters, to the business community. So in that segment on the right side, right under skills and competencies, he mentioned clearly the achievements and certificates. The achievements and certificates. And sometimes people again get confused. Oh, I don't have any achievement. To be very honest, you have a lot of achievements in your life, but might be you didn't write somewhere. Hello, are you with me?
Hello.
My voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Your voice is clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm talking about, under skills and competencies, make sure you highlight your achievements and certificates, and don't underestimate yourself that you don't have any achievement. Might be you have achieved some better results, project oriented in your college life, maybe in university life. If you don't have any experience, but if you are the experienced professional, then you surely have to remember how many projects, even as a team member, you have achieved. Highlight those achievements, that you are the part of project of Neom City. Let's take an example. You were the part of the project of air analysis. You were the part of a project like noise detection technique. So what I mean is, whatever achievement you believe you have achieved, just highlight it in shape of projects even, or kind of certifications if you have achieved for that particular achievement. No harm to highlight actually, because that is what recruiters and the HR managers, they are looking for actually, rather than writing lengthy stories. And sometimes I noted maybe 5, 10, 12 pages. One of the CV I received, it was more than 19 pages, not 90, 19 pages. And I thought, who will get time to read such a huge book, 19 pages? Nobody have time. But yes, if we have kind of a technology, of course, we can punch that CV somewhere in the software and scan it up and see what software is talking about actually. So your experience must be in a sequence, like your current job and what exactly you are performing. You can no harm to mention your department or your designation, and then based on that you can add your experience at the left side in a very sequence manner. And you see this the kind of highlighted color actually, and this color is same like the skills and competence. That means overall design of the CV must also be professional all the way. Now, there is a huge mistake that always we believe our CV must be designed by someone else. While we miss this learning opportunity, I mean, develop your CV by yourself. I will share one of the CV of my student, is a Saudi friend. So I'll share his CV also, just in a short moment, and will highlight you how he formed his CV. And he just shared with me last night, and he mentioned, said, look at my CV. So, same CV I would also share with all of you, inshallah, just for your motivation. What I mean is, it's not a rocket science. Just in the word, if you can handle data, you can type, and you know how to personalize, in column or in, if you don't, if you can't columnize, maybe I can highlight. Let me just open the word, and maybe I can show some of the glimpses, what I'm talking about. Maybe it's not a word session, but still no harm to share actually what I'm talking about. How to manage the data in the word actually. So let me just open that word file.
Okay, sir.
In just one moment. Okay, so I'll go back and share that file. I'm just trying to give you some energy. Like serve done is well done. Like what you have to do is you just need to type your name and start it up. And what you're gonna do is go, because we have home, insert, page layout, references, mailing, preview, and what is more important is the home and insert and page layout. Even from the page layout, we can set the margin right away, like normal or narrow, or but narrow is more better because we need more space at the word page. And then you directly go and make it a little bigger, because that is how you're gonna highlight. I'm just sharing some of the ideas now. Write down, you can, same like for Elon Musk, you can highlight uh, on the right side, because sometimes the data is hard to grab more easily. So what you can do is, that is why I opened this word. You go into the shape and you take this text box actually, because in the text box, whatever you will type, you can take it anywhere, wherever you want. Like that is why it's more easy to adjust your data. Let's take an example. You type something. Now this data you can adjust, in that particular box. Maybe your contact number, maybe your email ID, maybe whatever, and you just make it a little scroll right side, and make sure you shift it to the right side, wherever you want, as per the design. And that sample I will share, like Elon Musk sample, and maybe one more CV I will share through WhatsApp, just for your kind of an example you will have in front of you. But what I mean is, try to develop by yourself, and through this box, all the data you can type, including your work experience, including your skill set, type within this box. And this box, even the good thing is, you can align. You just typing, but most important thing is, these outer lines should not be visible. I repeat again, the moment you have type and all things are done, then you double click and go here and make sure you just that you don't need any line actually, because text outline, just make it white. So okay, this was relevant to the text actually. So just you go, there is one more, this one, shape outline, you just make it white, and this line is hidden. That's what I'm talking about. Only there are boxes, there are game of boxes. This is how you designed your CV actually. And you take a very professional picture somehow. You can adjust in Adobe Photoshop, or even in Word it is adjustable in different boxes. Maybe I can show you that example also. Maybe we can take this picture. Uh, just one moment. And even this picture we can put into the text box rather than, because later on maybe this picture also we need to adjust here and there. So much better is to make sure you control the data actually. You control the data, and then that data surely you can adjust according to the desired design, whatever you are planning for actually. So you just make it little smaller as per the box size, and you can take this box even this way. Now the good thing is this box is adjustable everywhere, wherever you want to put your picture, of course at the top. And even if you double click, you can get some further insights, like maybe you can give this much color, that kind of color. Maybe you can make it small, but the data within the box is quite adjustable. So I hope the moment you will have sample in front of you and you will do start practicing, and to be very honest, you'll feel so much happiness and excitement that you designed your CV by yourself. Because how come your baby can be presented by someone else? How come your competencies and skills and kind of words what you're looking for can be designed someone else more easily, Because if you give me order, okay, I will pay you 100 Saudi Riyal, can you design my CV? Now I will waste a lot of time. I will call to you again and again. Can you send me this data? Can you send me your certificate? Can you give me your educational background? Can you give me your experience? Can you give me a good picture? So what are you doing? Back way, you are investing your time and giving the whole data, and what are you going to do is just adjust and type, retype, something like that, and putting the data, in Word or maybe sometime in Corel Draw or some other segments, just to design the CV as per some professional touch actually. But what I mean is no harm to do it by yourself. So I hope because since I'm expert little bit in Word, so I'm sharing the word theories. But if you are expert in Corel Draw, then it would be more easier, because in Corel is all the designing, graphic designing software kind of, so it's more easier to design. But in Word, again, is possible. Some people I noticed they design the CV in Excel, because they know how to adjust A4 size all data within one particular file, and accordingly they convert into PDF, and that PDF mostly you are sharing in. But some of the recruiters, they're gonna say, please share your CV, share your CV in Word format. So in that context, make sure you have CV in Word format. Why recruiters are asking in Word format? Because the moment they will apply on behalf of you, surely they will adjust, maybe they'll upgrade, they'll make that CV more better, because they also have clients. Like if I'm finding a job for you, then I will tell you, please send me in Word format. So I will change a little bit according to the need of the recruiter or expectations, and then I will submit that CV to that company actually. Now let me open my this my friend, like a brother, like a student as well. So let me share his CV also. Maybe that CV also you will like, inshallah. Just one moment. Please let me know, is it visible?
No, sir.
Now is it
Not
visible?
visible, sir.
No, sir. It's not visible.
No, it will take time, just few moments.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Now it's visible. Hello. Yeah, I think now it's
Yes, sir.
visible
It's
to all of
visible.
you, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
It's
okay.
visible.
It's visible now. So See, this gentleman,
Yeah, yes,
is kind of my best friend and also my student, because I delivered a lot of train the trainer programs to him. He's working with Marine Master as a Marine Master, as a QT supervisor with Zamil Offshore. So he's a very good guy, but look at the way he designed his CV. He selected a very professional picture according to their culture, then mentioned his designation, but here at the top, even he could have mentioned his objective also, life goals or kind of career goal or career objective. But anyhow, everybody have a different taste, but most important thing is the professional touch. One side, left side, work experience, and the other side, education plus skills, then languages, then achievements. And if you see, just because he's very much experienced guy, so somehow he designed his CV in three, because a lot of certifications he have completed, so data is so much, so that is why he's bound to go for 3 pages, no other option actually. That's what you see, how many certifications, how many conferences and courses he attended. So according to your available data, just that data you need to present in a very professional way, and then see the result, inshallah. Okay, let me just make it little zoom out. Okay, and see the small highlighted, from where he has completed those courses. He didn't highlight it, he didn't market it, the training centers, to be very honest. But he highlighted clearly where he's exactly working actually, like the company names, and most importantly, the skill set. Now, if I ask you, Mr. Sajjad and Mr. Kurban, what is your skill set? Is it clearly highlighted on your CV? If it is not, this is the time to update your
So,
CV.
sir,
You clearly, like,
yeah,
you
in
have a
my
LinkedIn
CV, it
profile.
has,
okay, sir.
Do you have a LinkedIn profile?
yes, sir.
Pick up
Yes,
all the
Yes,
yes,
sir.
skills from there, highlighted already by LinkedIn at your profile actually. Pick up all the skills and
right,
bring it into your CV. Put somewhere. I hope you got the point.
Okay,
right,
okay, sir.
Because like you have 10 years
right,
experience,
Yes, sir.
but the good thing about LinkedIn is their app automatically filter what skill set you have. And that skill set just retype or even copy paste from there. But again, how are you gonna place here small boxes and give some color, you know?
right,
Make sure you have a better control actually, because that control is so much important the moment you are mentioning your skill set. And this skill set, I repeat again, might be later on you have to prove that truly you have that particular skill. What I mean is, don't mention any fake or any kind of I hope you got that point. Just mention the genuine skill, the skill you surely have actually. Don't tell a lie. Don't tell a lie in your CV at all. And the great help we are getting from the LinkedIn, because you added your experience, everything you mentioned there, you have done this, that is your experience, and automatically, according to the designation, they will filter some skills, and that skill set you can bring back within your CV, and that's what the recruiters are looking for. Because the long stories of your experience, nobody have time to study, to be very honest. Like if you are a safety officer and you've been working for the last 5 years, now 3 pages of responsibilities you place there. Nobody have time to study all these responsibilities you are fulfilling there, but they are more interested what projects you are involved, what are your achievements, and what is your exact skill set as a safety officer. Like as a safety officer, can you do safety inspections? As a safety officer, can you provide like inductions? No, delivering induction, that is your skill. What I mean is convert your experience into skill set, and that skill set purely you have to highlight into your CV, and that is the most terrible missing part, I would say. Because day to day I'm receiving a lot of CVs just to refer some companies. But to be very honest, mostly recruiters they reject immediately, and they're gonna say, Ishtiyaq, you are supporting them, you are helping them, but look at their CV actually. They have no idea how professionally they have to design. And luckily today we have a session, maybe I will upload this video also on my YouTube channel, and I hope millions can get some help, because still a lot of gap, especially the freshers. What they think is they are not experienced, but still they have skills. I mean, if they have better communication skills, so mention effective communication. They are a good communicator. They are a content writer. They are a best technical report writer. I hope you got the point. So according to your degrees, according to your education background, again you have a particular skill set. So that skill set must be highlighted here. I hope it will be helping, and also the project list you are fully involved and been working actually. Like in my case, I can list you several projects. Like I've been involved as a management consultant for plenty of projects like cost, this noise reduction projects, clean air projects, even a shop floor management project, zero accident club, creation of zero accident club within a company. So all, like any project you were involved where project charter was there and you were the part of project team member, even you can highlight that kind of your achievement, that you were involved for that project and you were supporting, even as a team member. And this is what the recruiters are looking for. So just 2 minutes, because an azan is going on. So we'll be right back after 1 or 2 minutes, okay? Okay guys, warmly welcome back. We are right in the middle of discussion about the professional CV, how we develop and how it should look like. Now we can talk about the font size, font style, and the color combination within our CV, and how we gonna make it eye-catching actually. Because a recruiter, maybe he gonna spend, you'll be surprised to know about, maybe 30 seconds or 40 seconds per CV. I repeat again, because thousands of CVs sometime are there, and if they're gonna spend 5 minutes on one CV or maybe 10 minutes, so look at the time wastage actually. They can't invest such a huge time just to review the CVs. That is why the technology is being used. On the other side, they are very smart enough. Within 30, 40 seconds or 50 seconds, they will immediately evaluate either that person is perfectly fit for the job, or we need to find another one actually. And let me be very clear. 98% my request to the recruiters and to the companies, they reject because of poor CV actually. Then I give feedback to the gentleman, please can you update your CV? Can you make it more professional? Because I don't have time to update your CV, to be very honest. That is your area to improve. But 98% is a huge number, my friends. It's a huge number. And that doesn't mean the person is not skillful, or he's not competent, or he's not the right person for the right job. Just his presentation on his CV is not quite professional actually, or it's not eye-catching. It's not giving any excitement to the recruiter to hire you. Because what they believe is, if you can't put some sort of excellent professional snapshot on your CV, how come you can add value to their business also? This is the mindset sometimes they think about actually. But that does not mean that you are not skillful. Might be you don't have CV development skills. Might be you don't have how to use Word actually, or how to use CorelDRAW just to design your better CV. Like look at the font style and font size. I hope you will have an idea. Like somewhere maybe 16, numbers font style is there. Somewhere is 12. Somewhere is maybe less than 10 even. And look at the color combination. I hope it will give you some energy to all of you, like what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
And look at the distance also. Okay. And if we go back to Elon Musk's CV, in the presentation, we can rediscuss what font size or font style he used actually. Just one moment, please. Okay, guys, screen is visible, please.
No, sir.
No, please, can you check again?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, it's visible, right? Now,
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm showing this Elon Musk again and again? Because very smartly he converted his whole life achievements and kind of skill set and education background and everything, even his personal details and all that, on one page. And that's enough. That's enough. Who is Elon Musk? To highlight, professionally sound, presentation is excellent. Look at the color combination from the left side, the blocks, and how systematically they are highlighting the skill and skills color and the side work experience color, because from the experience you are gaining skills actually. You are gaining skills through education or through your experience, right? Education could be the regular ordinary education or the professional certifications what we get, but ultimately what we are doing, we are enhancing our skills, we are getting new skills or enhancing our competence level, right? And that's what we need to highlight, and this is a terribly missing part in most of the CVs, and then also we don't highlight the sign of achievements. I mean, everybody has somehow some achievements, but maybe they forgot, or maybe they have no idea that how much they are important to highlight. Even as a volunteer, you have supported any of the project. Highlight here if it is quite relevant to the job you are applying for. And sometimes we miss to highlight our interest, because your interest basically at the bottom, if you see on the right side, interest like physics, sustainability, Twitter, he highlighted as per his personality. So his interests basically are highlighting his total personality actually. The hobbies, the mindset. Who is Elon Musk? His likes, dislikes, something like that. The personality type, you can find out through his interest actually. So, and also look at the font style and the color combination. I will share inshallah this format with all of you. Just say hello, hi on WhatsApp. So I will share this sample also inshallah. Now guys, it's over to you. If you have any question, I'm more than happy to, because this is what I was supposed to share actually, how the CV should look like.
I think that this last week, I see the CV of this Elon Musk. But if I short everything, then maybe my CV will finish within half page. So that's why I just deny the CV.
Uh-huh.
It's look very good because we have very less experience and we don't have so much company or other details. So if maybe I put in word, so it will finish just in half page.
Mhm.
Maybe I
Absolutely.
have to add something.
One thing is very much important here. The moment you believe you've been working for the last 9 years and you have no idea how much you have achieved, but somewhere, just go to LinkedIn and same type of people having same responsibilities, review their profiles and you will get the relevant skill set. And that skill set surely you have, but you never listed actually. You don't have a list of master list of your skill set actually.
Right,
And
right.
that should be highlighted.
No, from this session, no, I learned too many things that maybe I will search with LinkedIn and other internet and search some skills and something, and I will change the CV accordingly.
Mhm. Excellent. And then you can send me for a review, or maybe I
Sure,
can
sure,
get
sir.
yeah.
Once I will complete, then I will share with you so
Okay.
that you can also have some suggestion.
Inshallah, no problem.
And
Okay,
one more
Sajjad,
thing,
any
sir, that
question from your
CV,
side, please? Mr. Sajjad?
No, sir. It's a great session for us, sir. We have learned
Thank you very much.
from
So
this, and I
nice.
upgrade my
So
CV.
I will upload inshallah on the training zone, inshallah, or share the link as well. You can, whoever will be asking for job, like they're looking for job, first send that link and tell them to update your CV before even you
Yes,
tell
yes,
me
sir.
to find a job, right?
right?
Okay. Take care of yourself, guys. Thank you very much.
Right,
And hopefully,
right, sir.
I'll be
Thank
planning
you.
few more such sessions, for publicly, like because this session I only planned for few people, but in future maybe for thousands they can join in here. So I will share the link because today intentionally
Right,
it's
right.
first session for me
Inshallah,
also
sir.
because
Inshallah,
we
sir.
are a safety professional. So but
So,
since
sir,
we
it's
are
very nice,
experienced, so whatever ideas I
very
have, I
nice,
shared
and
out.
Very,
you explain very well.
Thank you very much.
Right, right, sir.
Okay, so
right, sir.
inshallah, see you soon. Take care of yourself. You can send me your CV for review anytime. And I hope this session is going to be beneficial for several people, inshallah, through YouTube channel, our training zone,
In-
inshallah. Thank you very much.
Inshallah, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.